What's going on, guys? I am DJ Av of Trap Camp, and today we're going to be talking about something pretty cool. And today's subject is obviously sampling 101, and we're going to be talking about sliceX or sliceX. I always say that wrong, but so smash that like button because there's some things that I want to bring to fruition and teach people about. It's not the first time I've done it, but I think it was more appropriate if I have it a part of a series. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that up real quick. It's in your drum, in FL Studio, your drum section. And here we go. We got sliceX right in front of us. It's an amazing tool for sampling, and definitely for if you have break beats. So with break beats, you have certain things, a break beat is basically drum breakdowns and fills and stuff like that you use to, create new grooves and stuff like that. So it's existing grooves, new grooves, break beats. But anyways, so, I'm just going to go and pick out one. And those who want to know, this is Drum Broker's Break from hiphopsamples.com. One of my favorite drum kit sites. When, I'm not messing with my own. I'm going to use that one. Cut off. But yeah, so all right, so we have this breakbeat in here. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna use my MPD 232, and as you can see there's certain things that is going on with it that I don't want. One of the things that I want to talk about is first of all, the envelope. So we have an envelope here, and let me see, we'll go and select, see if I can select all regions. No, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the envelopes and whatnot. As you notice, there's an envelope on that. There's a volume envelope on that, and that's not what I really want there. So within this, as you can see, you have the region settings here, and you can set all your region settings and stuff like that in particular from there. So this first region marker or wherever, we're just gonna go over here. You see this is where the envelope is and where you have control of other things as well. So there's an easy way of doing it. There's a down arrow that you can select right here, and you go to open state file. From open state file, I'm just gonna go and select sustaining, because sustaining will take care of why that sample is stopping so fast, as you can see. And then I would rinse and repeat. So that's number 5 that I just did. You see it automatically went to region 5. And it does it for every last one of those. So that's pretty awesome there that I did that. And I don't know why in the world I was trying to select all the regions. But anyways, from there, as you can see, there's another issue that I have, and that's the fact that it won't cut off during a certain part of a sample. So you can actually select that, just play in addition whatever from here and have it cut off. So that it will cut off when being played. Oops. And I almost messed up. So that way it's cutting off when it wants to or whatnot. So now that it has that, it's cool. And there's another thing that I wanted to bring up to attention. Just off top, if you can see it, you can see that the tempo is 128. And if I was to play this actual loop, let me get off this real quick. See how it loops. And if I was to select another BPM, it's going down to like, I don't know, 113. And if you really don't want that, all those loops to be dumped in there, you can just Control X, select that channel and Control X, which will cut that out. And then if you just did that on accident or you just want it back in there, just Control Z. That's universal cut and undo. So that's how you would take care of that if you had that issue. So what else is there to talk about in terms of just this in general? Again, sliceX can do a lot of cool stuff, and perhaps as you be as it may, you see that I'm playing over here, and maybe I want the pass over here. You can assign that pass individually by going to here and going to trigger note and select last hit. Last hit was A4. Now it's over here now. That's how you assign that. Now, but it gets a little deeper than that. There is a way where if you see the little region thing, this is ABC or whatnot, you can assign all trigger notes at one time and do, each individual pad, or you can assign two, and there is MPC as an option, which is cool as hell, mind you. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna see all the stuff that goes on here. And I'm just go into pad bank A. And then now you have that. Now it also gets deeper than that. If you really want to, really explore this particular thing, and that you don't really that you want another loop in there, so you could just press shift, and then slide something over, then drag and drop, and then you have another set of drums that you got to mess with. And I guess you would have to chop it up from that point, and then you can just drag and drop, and you'll have another region to work with. So you can actually do that. And then there's another thing as well, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna close that up and go back into my patches. I'm going to abstract art and select the kick. So maybe I don't like the kick or whatnot, which I actually like that kick, but just for demonstration reasons, I'm just gonna go and take this kick, and I'm gonna do this. You gotta pay attention. You're gonna pay attention, and put that over the region name. So it says pad 1, or it might say marker 1, and then it will bring up stretching options or whatnot of some sort. You have echo, grain, stretch, and pogo, but I just select none, and then just go what I got. And plat out is there. And then it's there. So with that being said, that's pretty darn cool. I mean, it's one of the it's one of the things that to myself, I was like, dang, that actually gives me a little bit more for the money, for that matter. And that's pretty much it there, that I can really tell you about. There's other things that I can tell you about. Once again, as you can see, you have different articulators, and by default, last one of these are assigned to articulation 1, but you can assign it to different ones as well. But there is other things that you can do, and if you do addition, as you can see, there's things that you could do in terms of assigning it to this thing right here. And that is something that you really need to get to know and love. That is your mixer in FL Studio, and you got to assign each loop its own individual individual mixer channel and the mixer. So I'm gonna go out 1, then put that out 2, and then let's go to the mixer and see if it did it. And as you can see, now you have them in there, and so that brings a lot of level depth to this plugin here in particular. So there is what did I cover them? Oh, also within these marker regions, which you can addition by right clicking. You can right click on there, and you could delete, and you can clone as a region, turn into a region, and rename, zoom into or zoom on. And I already talked about that. Rename, and there's something else I was gonna talk about. Doggone it, I forget. I really did forget. But yeah, you can also assign. Let's see, turn into region. Oh, turn into region, which is very important because perhaps you may not want a certain amount of that sample playing, and you can just tighten it up, as you can see, versus adding another clip or whatnot, or moving the actual region itself, which you can adjust all these regions in general. But again, you just go in there and turn into region to get make that sample tighter, because you maybe not want that whole entire sample to play like that, even though you have it sustaining already. So that's pretty much about it. I hopefully I did cover everything. Again, if you want to cut the sample, it's quite possible once you're additioning it on your MIDI keyboard or whatever. You could. That's a good way of selecting everything. You can just cut one, and then it will cut itself off as the next sample is being played. That's very key. That's a key thing that you have to establish even in the old school MPC days. That was one of those things that people did not understand, as well as people in FL Studio that just don't know, if you don't cut a sample, that they won't stop playing in between it, and that's why you get that issue with your 808s and whatnot that people never know, and throws off your mixing. But if you like this video, give it a like. If you have any comments, please leave a comment. This is a pretty cool way of doing break beats and getting that live feel. You don't necessarily have to have one of these things to operate that. Of course, you can have a MIDI keyboard or not, or it's just be helpful, because again, in here, if you see it in here, you can just MIDI edit your heart out from wherever the case may be of your workflow. Is awesome, and it's one of those things that you might want to get to know. And the same thing with samples. So yeah, just let me know if you have any other questions to ask. If you want me to chop up a sample in here or whatnot, just to see how sample chopping can be, and with all those options I just showed you, just in case, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try to help you out. But I'm DJ avemcree, and have a good day.